What's up, everybody? Man, it's your boy, Mr.Dugas, coming at y'all with another live Q&A, yo. Um, Big week in sports, man. As you had week two of the NFL preseason take place. For the Eagles, man, we got joint practices right now with the Baltimore Ravens. Apparently everything is well over there. They got a little chippy with us, but everything is going well. What's up, Brian Dennis Stadium? Appreciate you tuning into the live and to the follow like always. Chop on, yo. And how it was over there Sunday, man. I know you said you was going out there, man. Great win. I know the Sun Trust was electric when Rafael Ortega hit that grand slam, man. Big time win for the Braves, man. Braves take 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers over the weekend. Of course, the big story is with Ronald Acuna Jr. You know, getting pulled out of the game by Snit. At first I didn't really like it when it happened, man, cause not just I understand you got to make a example. Everybody on the team is watching and paying attention. I just thought about it from the standpoint of the team trying to win the game and also the fans that came over there to watch him play that maybe don't always get a chance to see Acuna play. But nevertheless, it worked out. We got the win. Snitzy is over with. Expect him to be in the lineup tonight. Acuna took it well also. Shout out to him also for being mature and taking it well also, yo. What's up, Drew? Goddamn Breeze, man. Appreciate the follow, man. Appreciate you tuning into the live stream. Thank God we were in the shade, and yeah, I was pissed that that Acuna was pulled, but coaches have to do their job. Yeah, I was very upset also, man. Because I'm looking at it, I get it. Granted, he should have ran. He should have ran that out. It's no excuse to have a single on that hit. But it's like, man, we trying to win this game, man. Like that's our, arguably our best player, yo. But it worked out, man. And Snit is known for doing this type of stuff. Got a little hey food in my chin there. Snit known for doing this type of stuff. He did this with NCRT last year also, yo. So I'm just glad it worked out, yo. Also, on the college football, LSU gets another big recruit and wide receiver Carr Moore from Archbishop Rummel, which gives us him and Jamar Chase, Archbishop Rummel receivers on the team. So big things going on with the LSU Tigers as we're literally a little over a week away from the season opener with Georgia Southern coming to Death Valley. Do you think the backup for the Eagles? Oh, hold on, let's see. Hold on, I lost it there. All right. Do you think the backup for the Eagles can carry the team to the playoffs if Carson Wentz somehow gets injured again? I don't know if carrying us to the playoffs like Nick Foles did, basically not only carrying us to the playoffs twice, but actually winning the Super Bowl. But I do think if Wentz was to go down, we have enough talent on this team. We have enough talent on this offensive side of the ball that, Josh McCown, if he should be able to win a couple of games, yo. It depends if Wentz gets hurt later on in the season. I think McCown can hold it down and we'll able to still be able to get into the postseason. Now, if he gets hurt early on, where McCown basically got to play more games than Wentz, then I don't think we do as well. But if Wentz, hopefully Wentz don't have to miss any games this season. And I'm really banking that this season Carson Wentz is going to stay healthy, yo. I'm getting a lot of grief from people on that. Oh, he injury prone. He gonna get injured when he walk out the house and all kind of stuff, nonsense like that, man. But I firmly do believe that this season Carson Wentz will start and finish every game that he plays, yo. But I think McCown could come in and see Wentz misses 4 games. I think McCown could go 2-2, man. I think it's reasonable. Maybe 3-1, depending on who we playing. But Nick Foles isn't here no more. So let's just hope that that situation doesn't arise itself again, and that we could go into this season and Wentz plays all the games, yo. I think we have a chance to win the World Series. I think we got a chance also. If we could get healthy, get Marquez back, get Swanson back, get get Inciarte back. I honestly believe this team has a with the pitching that we have, and I do think we're gonna move forward to the bullpen once the playoffs start. With the pitching that we have, if the bullpen pitches like it did against the Dodgers Saturday and Sunday, I absolutely think we have a shot to get to the World Series, bro. Let's see. What's up, Tiger Raven 18, 2018? Appreciate you tuning into the live feed and for the follow. 4 days until Miami versus Florida. Yeah, man. That's pretty cool, man. I will have, just for like a little preview before that game. I did a Big 12 preview today on the channel earlier. I will do a ACC preview video on Thursday, and I will do the SEC preview video on Friday, the day before that matchup, yo. I can't wait, man. Like, I can't wait, man. Florida's number 8 in the country. Miami is unranked. Obviously, this has been a rivalry between these teams that they haven't really played much. I'm looking forward to this game. They playing in the state of Florida. I'm really looking forward to this matchup, man. I I do think Florida, like if everything goes according to plan, Florida should dominate Miami, man. I mean, Florida is number 8 in the country. They got their quarterback back. They got a really good defense. They got a great coach. I think Florida definitely should take care of Miami on Saturday night. But nevertheless, man, college football is back, man. Man, it's been a long time coming. I'm so excited about that, yo. What's up, Mara Tuchas Martel? Hey, I know I'm probably saying your name wrong, and if I am, I greatly apologize. But hey, I appreciate the follow. You've been one of my most loyal followers. I greatly, greatly appreciate that, and I really appreciate you tuning into the live feed. And yeah, I know Bama ready. I understand. I understand. Um, you know how I feel. I don't like Bama. I can't stand Bama, but it's all love. I respect Bama. And I do think Bama is going to play with a little chip on their shoulder this year from being the number 2 team in the country for a change, man. As the AP polls came out and Clemson coming into the season as number 1, which isn't really a big surprise. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward. Wonderful. They're doing real wonderful. It's funny that my oldest one loves school, but my youngest one is just like, oh, here we go again. But I'm actually trying to get them in a little couple of activities this year. But yeah, they started school a week before last, and they absolutely they like I said, Chloe loving it, but Kylie kind of rolling her eyes a little bit. She loved having the free time, being able to go do a bunch of things. So yeah, it's cool. Appreciate you asking about them. What's up, Savage Batman? Appreciate you tuning in to the live feed. Appreciate it. Let's see. Hold on my phone. My 9 year old is over already. She is beautiful, by the way. She is very beautiful, yo. And it's funny because when I seen her videos, I know like her and Kylie, I bet would be like really cool, man. She kind of reminds me of my youngest daughter. So it would have been pretty cool to see them hang out, yo, with their personalities, man. Gotta love the kids. Gotta love the kids. Love when they show their personalities. Love when they just enjoy being themselves. It's cool to see them grow along the ways. Let's see. A lot of South Carolina fans are still talking about that 2010 Alabama South Carolina game. I mean, hey, that's the biggest that's the biggest thing that South Carolina has done basically in the last I don't know how many years. So I mean, now granted, that day was a big day, yo. They took it to Bama that day. I remember Garcia was playing quarterback. Lattimore, which man, it's so unfortunate for Lattimore, man. that guy was going to be a great running back, man. I think he was going to be a real great running back in the NFL, man. Before those devastating knee injuries that he had, man. It's just so unfortunate for him. And my boy Alshon Jeffrey with the Eagles, man, was at South Carolina. He had a big day on Kirkpatrick that day, yo. And they won the East that year. They also went down to Gainesville, beat Florida. That was Spurrier's by far his best season over there at South Carolina. But yeah, Auburn took it to the SEC championship game. They had a nice little, not say great team, but a nice little run with Jadeveon Clowney where they got a lot of press. But after that, it ain't really been much over there of anything. I do like I'd Will Muschamp as a head coach. I think that's a perfect spot for him. It's not like a super high profile job that I think was a little bit above his head, but like a lower SEC caliber team, I think that's a good place for him. They're gonna be a competitive team. DD Samuel is a big loss for them though, but yeah, it's funny that they still kind of talking about that game, but I mean that's their biggest moment, of their whole in the last however many years they've been around, yo. Let's see. Mine is a who. Yeah, the kids are something, but she's precious, man. She's very precious, yo. The kids, they are something, yo. Mine, she, as you can see in the video, mine, she runs her mouth a lot, yo. My oldest one, she quiet. She real quiet. She sticks to the script. She does what she has to do. She'll let her personality come out a little bit. But my youngest one, she always doing this. She love to dance. She love to talk. Which is why I'm very surprised she not so happy to be back in school. But I guess she loves spending the all that summertime. How they dreaming who beat Bama, when, how. Hopefully LSU. LSU has a chance this year. Now, will it happen? I don't know, but LSU definitely has a chance this year, yo. Hey, Dugas, what do you think will happen to Zeke? That's a great question, yo. Zeke not very happy with Jerry Jones coming out there saying Zeke who, you know, with the other little rookie running back Tony Pollard out there balling the way he was balling. Uh, man, this is a tough one, man, because on one end, I want to say Jerry Jones isn't that crazy to like not pay Zeke. Zeke is the best player on that team. But then at the same time, Jerry Jones is a very stubborn individual. So that's a tough one, man. That's a great question. If I had to put my money on it, I do think that eventually Zeke will end up over there, like right before the season starts. But I'm fascinated by that whole situation because Dak Prescott, as we laughed about last week, is asking for $40 million, which he done lost his mind, yo. So I'm fascinated to see who gets paid first and how much they get paid. Me as an Eagle fan, I love every moment of it. I hope that they just self destruct all over the place. But yeah, it's a very fact. I think he gonna end up playing for him. I think before the season starts, Zeke gonna end up over there. Now, if you got a fantasy draft, because I actually have a fantasy draft Monday night, and Zeke ain't in camp by then, do not pick him up in the first round, yo. As Le'Veon Bell taught a lot of people that lesson last year, yo. Let's see. What's up, boys from D, man? Appreciate you tuning in. Like always, you've been one of my biggest followers also. And yo, everybody, y'all check out Boys from D channel. He does a YouTube channel also, LSU fan. Got a lot of great content on that. Y'all go on, check him out, give him a subscribe also, yo. As good as UGA is, they're gonna have an upset somewhere in this season. They always do. Yeah, man. Speaking of Georgia, did y'all see that catch that freshman had in the scrimmage when he caught it like behind the dude head and curl it in, man? That was amazing. That was incredible, man. The thing that worries me with Georgia, man, like I said, they wide receiver position. They're very inexperienced at the wide receiver position. Obviously, they got Swift, they got Jake Fromm, they got arguably the best offensive line in the country. But Yeah, man. I mean, that Florida, I don't know. Kentucky is pretty intriguing. Um, Tennessee, maybe I'd say Florida. You know, Auburn could probably catch them slipping also, man. Auburn has a great defensive front. If they could get solid play from their quarterback position, Auburn will be a dangerous team this season. But I don't know. Georgia is so talented, man. Maybe Notre Dame, but yeah. Nah, I don't think Notre Dame, man. Notre Dame struggles against elite athletes, especially playing Georgia down in Athens. So uh, I don't know, man. You know how that is, yo. But that Georgia Florida game is something to see. That's why I'm very intrigued to watch Saturday to see exactly how they looking, especially if Felipe Franks took that next step like everybody thought he did. My 23-year-old is reserved, but my youngest is a riot. It's the same way with me. My 10-year-old is very chill, very reserved, but my 8-year-old, she just she the center of attention. Sometimes like I gotta pull my 10-year-old away so we could kind of have some alone time, so she could have some time with her daddy because my 8-year-old just tries to steal the whole show all the time. Let's see. I think LSU would have a better chance if they were in Death Valley, but we'll see, I guess. You know what's funny about the LSU playing Alabama? If you look at like, well, besides the last 8 times we played, because y'all beat us 8 in a row, which is one of the reasons I don't like y'all. But before the 8 game win streak Alabama had against LSU, LSU actually had more success playing Alabama in Tuscaloosa than playing them in Death Valley, which is very weird when you think about it, yo. But yeah, like I don't know, man. In a weird way, like even the last 2 times we came to Dead Valley, we got shut out. But when we played over there in Tuscaloosa, we at least scored, you know. So I mean, it's funny we play Alabama. That Alabama is the only team that we actually play them better on the road than we do at home, which is very, very rare, weird considering the home field advantage that we have. No, you don't. Come on, we starting this LSU beating Bama. Oh wait, hold on, my thing went off. Oh, LSU beat Bama. You know damn well what happened last time we played you guys. Now, why you got to bring up old stuff? Why you got to bring up old stuff? I mean, it was bad. I ain't gonna lie, it was bad. I mean, I went into that game feeling like we had a shot, and it was bad. I mean, it was bad all the way around. It was a. I apologize to everybody who's not an LSU or an Alabama fan that tuned into that game last year, thinking it was gonna be a matchup, and we just let it a goose egg 0 points. It was bad, but I do believe this LSU team is better than the one last year. I believe you will see a better performance. The defensive line will be a little better. Um, I think the linebacker. Now, obviously, we losing Devin White and we losing Greedy Williams, but I think defensively we'll be a little better, and I think we'll be much better offensively as we have some home run hit and run type of running backs, some really good wide receivers, and we have a good scheme now. And I believe in Jambalaya Joe Burrow, yo. I think he gonna do a little better, yo. Let's see. Thanks. Anytime, boys from D. Appreciate you tuning in, yo. They're better off handing the ball to Swift. Yeah, that guy, like that guy is fast, man. I remember the SEC championship game against Auburn a couple of years ago when he just broke this long touchdown run that basically put the game away. And I mean, he just got down there so quick, man. It's like my goodness, man. Um, yeah, they handed it off to Swift. Like that's the best offense for them, yo. Let's see. I will laugh if it keeps losing to the SEC. Wait, hold on. I would laugh if Georgia keeps losing to the SEC West on the road. Georgia is playing Alabama in 2020 regular season in Tuscaloosa. Ooh, oh, they are. Oh, that's a very interesting matchup, man. I didn't know that, but interesting matchup for Georgia next season, yo, and for Alabama, of course. But I mean, with Georgia, man, it just rubbed me the wrong way. Like I mentioned last week, how they came into the game faking faking a field goal in the first quarter in a 3-0 game. Like they about to just come in here and just beat the doors off of LSU in Death Valley, yo. That rubbed me the wrong way, and I'm glad we kind of took it to them the way we did, yo. I gotta go back look at Georgia's schedule a little deeply. I know them and Auburn are like a very competitive rivalry. But I mean the East, man. I mean Kentucky could be okay, I guess. But I mean it's really Georgia, Florida, man. I don't really see any. I mean Missouri. Well, let me take that back. Missouri could be interesting this year with Kelly Bryant. It's just that they're not bowl eligible, but Missouri could knock a couple, could potentially get an upset here or there. Let's see. I had to go there, man. Last time we played you guys, it was a slaughter. Yeah, it was bad. I mean, it was just a bad day all around. Cause I remember earlier that day, I had to bring my youngest daughter to the doctor because she was throwing up. She wasn't feeling good, and I should have knew right then and there that I was in for a long day. But she wasn't feeling too well. So yeah, it was bad, man. I mean, it was bad, yo. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be like that. Even if Alabama beats LSU this year, it ain't. It's gonna be a. I think it's gonna be a good game. I think if LSU does fall short this year to Bama again, I think LSU will put up a fight this time around. I truly, truly believe that this time. Georgia is better than Florida, but honestly, I think they will be the team that upsets Georgia. Let's see. It's hard to win the East 3 years in a row, especially when you lost so much receivers. Yeah, I agree with that, yo. Like I said, I really do think Florida has a real legit shot of knocking off Georgia this season. Um, Dan Mullen is a great coach, man. Dan Mullen is a really great coach. Ty Grantham is one of the best defensive coordinators, I believe, in the country. So that's why I'm so curious to check them out, check Florida out Saturday to see how they look out there. I know Miami isn't like a great opponent, but it is a Power Five team. It's a rivalry, so Miami will be. You expect Florida to get Miami's best shot on Saturday. The fact that it's a rivalry game, the fact that it's a showcase game for Miami and Florida, the fact that the game is in the state of Florida. They got the new coach and Manny Diaz, new offensive scheme, new quarterback. As Tate Martell did not win the starting quarterback job, which was a surprise to me, and I'm sure a lot of people. But yeah, I mean that's a very interesting matchup. That's clearly the SEC East championship game this season between Florida and Georgia. Just like I think the SEC West championship game this season will be between LSU and Alabama in Tuscaloosa. And the lose both of offensive and defensive assistants. Also, it's a huge game, knowing that Georgia is quite messing up big games. Yeah, they are. Like they are, man. Um, those two losses to Alabama, man, just I know that just stings Kirby Smart. I mean, I know he has a lot of talent. I know he believes in his team going into this season. And I was a little surprised, Georgia also, yo. I thought Ohio State. Well, let me not say Ohio State. I thought like probably Oklahoma or Ohio State would have probably been ranked higher than them. The fact that they lost so much wide receivers, you know, I didn't think they would have started off number three, but it speaks to the talent that they still have on their team, on the offensive line, defensively, with the running back Swift, and obviously with the quarterback Fromm, who, unless he falls off the mat, should be a first round pick in next year's NFL draft. I'm still undecided with Miami. I like the Dogs. Kirby is a good coach. Yeah, he a good coach. Now he surprised me. Honestly, when he first got that job, I thought he would have fallen flat on his face. Like I'm not going to even lie to anybody. But he's actually done a better job than he's actually done a better job than Mark Rick has done, the last couple of years, man. Getting them to a national championship game, a SEC championship game, two winning a SEC championship, getting the two SEC championship games, and a preseason number three ranking in the country. He's done a great job over there. The problem with Kirby Smart is, he kind of outthinks himself. When he gets in these big games, he starts overthinking things like onside, like fake punts and fake field goals and stuff like that. I don't get on him too much for losing the national championship game in Atlanta because I mean nobody besides Alabama knew who Tua was. Like he had a perfect game plan for Jalen Hurts, shut him down in the first half, and then hit his other five-star quarterback come out of nowhere throwing the ball all over the yard. So I can't get mad at him for that. I mean that could have happened to any coach. But that SEC championship game last year, yeah, that was bad, man. Losing that game, that fake punt, the whole Justin Fields situation, like it seemed like to me it's like you promised the man so much playing time, but you knew that you really wanted to go with Jake Fromm. It's like roll with Fromm and roll, get Fromm and roll with him. So yeah, that was he had. I don't think he handled that very well neither, but I think he's done a great job at Georgia though. Georgia is a pretty well consistent team, I'm back, dude, guys. I just had to do my NFL predictions. I have the Eagles at 12-4, wild card team at the number five seed. So I hope you read this. I mean, I, I would take being in the playoffs. 12-4 don't, that's a good year, obviously. Um, I don't know. I just really think the Eagles gonna win the NFC East, man. So if you got us in the wild card, that means you must have Dallas winning the NFC East, yo. And like I still think that we win the NFC East, yo. 9 days left until Clemson is Georgia Tech. Hey, I'm looking forward to that matchup also, yo. Even though I know that game won't be much of a matchup, but I am looking forward to watching Clemson play though. Seeing my dad coming out, national champ. At home, they got a great tradition. I love their tradition. How all the players they go over there on a bus and then run down that hill. I hope the SEC network shows all of that also. So and Georgia Tech got a new coach also, man. It's gonna be interesting. This gonna be the first time that they ain't run that with that triple option wing T, whatever they call that, in like ages. So it's gonna be an interesting. But obviously, we expect Clemson to just destroy Georgia Tech. Clemson, I understand. Yeah, we have a Clemson man in here, so y'all go ahead and y'all enjoy it, yo. Let's see. What's up, Mudfoot21? Appreciate you tuning into the live feed, like always. What's up, Mr.Dugas? What kind of season do you think? Oh, I think LSU gonna have a great season, man. I think LSU has a real legit shot of going 11. Everybody wanna see is the Alabama game, but I really think you look at the Texas game, the Auburn game at home, the Florida game at home. We got some really good matchups, yo. So I'm definitely looking forward to LSU this season, man. I'm looking forward to seeing Joe Brady what this offense can do, how productive it could be. I'm looking forward to these two freshman running backs, John Emery Jr., Terrion Davis. Fortunate, man, our big time freshman guard, Cardell Thomas, got injured and it looked like he's gonna miss a good bit of time. How much time, I don't know. But the tight end, Thaddeus Moss, Clavion Chase on back on the D line. The linebackers, Michael Divinity, Jacob Phillips, Patrick Queen. Grant, that secondary with Grant Delpit, Christian Fulton, Derek Stingley Jr., Ja'Cory Stevens. Man, I think we could really go 11-1 this season, yo. I really think so. Let's see. What's up, Neil Desmond? Appreciate you tuning into the live feed and checking in on the channel. Let's see. Hey, Duga, can you explain why y'all feel so high on Florida? I can't really find a player that's gonna be good enough. Let's see. Wait, hold on. With UGA go 46-10. Wow. Man, I tell you what, man, if y'all beat Florida 46-10, man, that's gonna be something. Like, I mean, the reason we high on Florida, man, is because of Dan Mullen is a great coach, man. Dan Mullen is a great coach. Ty Grantham is a very, very good, aggressive defensive coordinator. I know Felipe Franks ain't like a great quarterback. Just like, to be honest, Jambalaya Joe Burrow ain't a great quarterback. But these are experienced quarterbacks coming back who finished the season very on a high note, coming back with a very, with the same offensive scheme and some experienced weapons. Florida a good team, man. Florida is a good team, yo. If I had to bet money on it, I would pick Georgia, but I think that Florida does have a chance, to really make that a big game with the Bulldogs, and they have a chance to knock y'all off. But if I had to put money on it, I would roll with the Georgia Bulldogs. But Florida is a program, man. That as long as Dan Mullen over there, I think they're gonna continue to rise and rise and rise. And really and make it really a great rivalry between Florida and Georgia. Let's see. Why you gotta bring up that championship game? Quit. I'm still hurting. It's gonna be all right. Like, the season start next week, man. You gonna be all right, yo. I mean, Alabama loaded again, yo. They got Tua. They got Jerry Judy. I mean, do I have to go through all the players they have over there? I mean, Alabama gonna be all right, man. Y'all good, man. I understand. It was a yeah. Clemson did their thing that night, man. They caught me by surprise also. But I mean, yeah, we're gonna see if they meet up again this season. Hopefully not, cause I hope LSU is in the mix. But we'll see. But Alabama, y'all gonna be all right. Y'all season kickoff for everybody else next Saturday, and I can't wait, yo. What's up, Good Money? Appreciate you tuning into the live feed and checking in with your boy. Let's see. Football season, baby. Your Eagles look good. Maybe y'all can beat the Cowgirls this year. They swept you last year. Man, I hope we sweep them this year, man. I hope we beat them too, yo. We do look very good, man. I'm just a little concerned because it don't look like we're gonna play our starters again on Thursday night for the preseason. Look like we're gonna really keep our starters out the whole preseason, so that is concerning me a little bit, for the rust factor. But this team is loaded, man. When you look at our offensive line, when you look at Carson Wentz, you look at our backfield with Howard and Miles Sanders, this wide receiving core, Alshon Jeffrey, Nelson Aguilar, Deshaun Jackson, the best tight end duo in the NFL was Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert. Fletcher Cox, Malik Jackson, Timmy Jernigan, Brandon Graham, Derek Barnett, Nigel Bradham, Zach Brown over there now, Malcolm Jenkins. I mean, Vontae Maddox, Sidney. Man, this team is loaded, yo. And I mean, yeah, we should. Dallas a good team too now, especially if Zeke over there. Dallas a good team too. I can't stand them, but I gotta give them where credit due. But this team is loaded, and I agree with you. I absolutely do hope that we sweep those Cowgirls this year, yo, because they sure ran off at the mall last year for beating us, yo. What's up, Dwayne RTR? Appreciate you tuning into the live feed once again. Let's see. Mullen is a decent coach, but Florida hasn't had a QB since Tebow. I agree. I definitely agree with you. And I'm not even that high on Felipe Franks. It's like when it comes to Florida's quarterback situation, I'm actually a little more higher on Dan Mullen's ability to call plays and orchestrate an offense that can have receivers open, where it could be easy on Franks more than I believe in Franks like as a pure talent. So so yeah, it comes down to my ability, my belief in Dan Mullen more as a coach. But you're right, Florida has struggled at that quarterback position, since Tim Tebow has left over there. Let's see. You feel a little better about Atlanta Propane? Just a little better, man. Friday night just had me furious, man, because I'm like, come on, guys. Just it makes me so upset, man, because Mike Soroka pitched a beautiful game Friday night, man. And for Newcomb to come in there and just let these guys just tee off on him the way it did, it really made me upset. But Saturday and Sunday was very encouraging, yo. Especially Sunday because it was our three new additions. Chris Allen went out there pitched great. Shane Green pitched great, and Mark Melanson pitched great and got the close. So I feel a little better. Now I want to see how we do against the Marlins. Obviously, we remember the 4-run lead we blew in the ninth inning against them. Last time we played them down in that Saturday. Last time we played them in Miami. But I feel better from the standpoint that they showed me that they at least got the ability to do it, to have clean innings, and to keep the team the way they are. Because when this lineup gets healthy, yo, I mean, this team is dangerous, man. I'm watching our lineup when we healthy, man. I believe we can really play. We could play with the Dodgers, man. Now, can we beat them? That's up in the air, but I definitely believe we can play with them, yo. What's up, Irish Panthers? Appreciate you tuning into the live feed again. Thanks for the support. I'm so hyped. Cam Newton is starting against the Patriots. Let's go. Oh, he is. Oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, yo. I didn't think they would have played him this preseason, with the shoulder issue and everything. But I'm actually excited to see how he look out there against New England, man. Because I'm sure New England gonna have a first team defense in out there also. But yeah, that's a good sign for Panthers fans that Cam Newton could go out there and play in a preseason game, yo. So definitely, yeah, that's what's up, man. Let's see. What do you think about my Vikings, bro, this year? Let's see. This year and our new offense with the new additions. I tell you what, the Vikings have looked crisp in preseason so far. Now I watched them, a little bit against the Saints, and I actually watched them a little bit Sunday against Seattle. The offensive talent is there. When you think of Kirk Cousins, I know a lot of people down on him, including myself to a certain degree, how he performs in the big games. But I mean, Adam Thielen is a man. I love Adam Thielen as a receiver, man. He's big time, yo. With Stephon Diggs, if Dalvin Cook could stay healthy, he's a dynamic running back. The tight end, I like the addition of Alabama tight end Irv Smith over there to go along with Kyle Rudolph. They're gonna be solid defensively with my boy Danielle Hunter on the D line, Everson Griffin, Anthony Barr, Xavier Rose, Harrison Smith. Um, I like him. Now the thing is, I'm not gonna lie, I do like Green Bay a little better this year. I do for some reason. I just feel like with this new offense, I think he's gonna finally get through to Aaron Rodgers a little bit. And I like Green Bay in the north. But Minnesota is right there. I do think Chicago takes a little bit of a dip back this season. But Minnesota is a good team, man, with a lot of talent over there. With them, it's about offensive line play, and it's about Dalvin Cook staying healthy, and can Kirk Cousins perform in big games? I seen the other day he has a 5-20 career record against teams like over 500. So he's gonna have to perform better, in the bigger games. But Minnesota is just as talented as anybody in that division, and arguably in the NFC, yo. Looking forward, we play this year down at over there in Minnesota too, so I'm looking forward to that matchup as well. Thanks for explaining. Let's see. Thanks for explaining. I'm definitely subbing. I like your content, but too bad I have to go. Chop on, by the way. Hey man, thanks so much for the sub. I greatly appreciate it. I'm gonna just keep putting the content out there, and I hope everybody just keeps following. But thanks so much for the sub, man, and thanks everyone who's watching the feed that have subscribed to me, yo. I greatly appreciate it, yo. Let's see, hey Dwayne, you finally off work. That's what's up, man. Let's see. Y'all gotta give me another phone, by the way, too, yo. How you feel about my New York Giants? It don't rain on my brain. Uh, we cool. We cool. After this, I hope we still good friends after this, yo. Um, I would say this before I do rain on your parade. Let me make it a little brighter for you. I think Daniel Jones has played okay. He looks okay. Now, granted, it's preseason, but I obviously everybody know I've been critical of them taking Daniel Jones. If they would have more so because they took him at number 6. If they would have took Daniel Jones at 17, it wouldn't have looked as bad. But the fact they took him at 6, I'm like, come on, yo. But he's look alright, yo. Um, Obviously, I don't think the Giants are as good as my Eagles or the Cowboys, but I do think the Giants will do better than the Redskins. If they could go out there, Saquon Barkley is amazing, yo. He is a absolute fiend at running back, yo. I love Saquon Barkley as a running back. He's big time. He's awesome, yo. I think the receiving core is a little better than people give it credit for when they get healthy. Golden Tate is a solid receiver. I think Sterling Shepard is a decent receiver. Evan Ingram, he's been banged up. When he's healthy, he's a pretty good wide receiver. I think the offensive line is going to be a little better, especially getting Zeitler from Cleveland. Defensively, they gonna struggle a little bit rushing the passer, but I do like Dexter Lawrence as a player. Jabril Peppers is a good player in the secondary. Along with the rookie they got DeAndre Baker from Georgia. They got some pieces to build upon for the future. Now, obviously, I don't think this year we get too much from the New York Giants. But if they could, if Pat Shermer can continue to develop Daniel Jones as a quarterback, and then for the next draft, for the next couple of drafts, they hit on people on draft picks, they'll be better. But yeah, I don't think that you could expect too much from the Giants this season. And I'm sorry, I still think it's funny they took Daniel Jones number 6. And I seen even Baker Mayfield kind of took a little shot at Daniel Jones too. Like, I can't believe they took him at number 6. I'm sorry, but hey, I don't Giants this season. But I hope we still cool. I got one word to say. Last January in New Orleans. Yeah, man. The national championship game is in New Orleans this season also, yo. Yeah, Georgia got beat pretty bad by Texas, man. They got Texas fans talking crazy to me, thinking that they about to do something to LSU because they done beat the big bad SEC. But we gonna see about that September 7th when we go out there to Austin. But yeah, the national championship game in New Orleans this year, man. That's pretty exciting. I'm gonna try to see if I could probably not necessarily go to the game, but be in New Orleans for that game, yo. Hopefully LSU in it, but even if LSU not in it, yo, I would still like to at least be in New Orleans for that championship game this season. A lot of New York Giants fans thought Dwayne Haskins was better than Daniel Jones. Hey, if you just go on YouTube and look at New York Giants fans' reaction to Giants draft Daniel Jones, you'll understand. You'll see, man. I I still thought it was funny, man. Like I still thought it was funny. I thought they was gonna go Haskins. I thought they would have probably go Josh Allen, but bro, like I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. That cracks me up every time, yo. Like, hey, I wish him well against everybody but the Eagles, but I'm sorry. Why you laughing? I'm sorry. Y'all, hey, that's the first time in a long time that Dallas and Eagles fans got to sit together and laugh together at something. So that was pretty cool, yo. How what's up, RJ? Appreciate you tuning into the live feed and to the follow, yo. Greatly appreciate it. That's nice. Don't worry. Bama will be in New Orleans. Hey, they may be. I mean, everybody expected to be them and Clemson again, yo. Hopefully LSU has something to say about that. But we're gonna see, yo. It all gets well. Florida and Miami get started this week, but everybody else gets started next Saturday. And I cannot wait. But I will try to make a little plans to try to be in New Orleans, for that national championship game, regardless of who over there. I remember coming to those LSU fans. gave me a hard time. They just hate Bama. Like I told y'all, yo, I know I don't say it too much on the live feed, but when the videos start, will remind everyone. When it comes to Alabama football team, I don't like y'all. I can't stand y'all. I hate the fact that y'all beat us 8 times in a row. That's just crazy to me. I hate it. And as much as I don't like it, there's other LSU fans who hate it even more than I do. So, I mean, yeah, LSU fans hate Bama, man. I must say, like, we don't like Bama. Now, me personally, I respect Bama. Like, I don't like them, you know what I'm saying, but I respect them. They got a great coach over there. They got a great culture. They doing their job. I mean, Saban is recruiting the best talent and he's coaching up the best talent. And they playing hard. It's hard to beat Bama. So I gotta respect that. Let's see. I think the Saints are going to regress this year. The NFC South is not a cakewalk this year. My Panthers are coming back for that division title. Mark, mark my words. That's what's up, man. I like that confidence. I do, however, agree with you that I think the Saints will come back to the pack a little bit this season. Losing Max Unger at center and losing Mark Ingram at running back, plus Drew Brees is a year older. So I do agree with you, yo. I don't think they trying out a bunch of young guys, but I don't think they really found their consistent number two wide receiver. I do like the addition of them for Jared Cook, but yeah, I mean look, the Panthers was 6-2 last year before Cam Newton showed the guy banged up, yo. I do like Atlanta also. I think Atlanta's coming back healthy this year also. That's a very, very tough competitive division, man. And I don't think is I still do like the Saints to win it, but it's a competitive division, yo. You're right, Carolina, man. Cam Newton healthy. I think that's a great sign. He's playing in the preseason game this week. If Cam Newton is healthy, I love Christian McCaffrey at running back, yo. I think he's an absolute stud back there. I'm expecting a big year from DJ Moore. I think he's going to step up and do really, really nice things as a wide receiver. And defensively, man, getting Gerald McCoy over there, Luke Kuechly still over there, they're gonna be better. Carolina is gonna be tough, yo. I agree with that. LSU fans don't like us, right? And we don't. We respect y'all. You know what I'm saying? But we don't like the team that is. We ain't got no problems with the fans, but the team, like we just because we look at that, we look at Saban over there, man, and it's like, come on, bro. Like, you left us, you went to the Miami Dolphins, and every LSU fan supported Saban going to the Dolphins. We all became Dolphins fans, and then you come back and coach them. Like, you coach them, you couldn't go to like Texas or some school on the West, or I don't know what other coaching jobs was open at the time. But I mean, I'm sure they had another nice program that he could have went to besides Alabama, man. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, because that was our guy first, man. So that's why it's a little personal with LSU fans when it comes to Bama, yo. LSU fans, because I was more Christian than yours. Y'all do got some traditional uniforms, man. Um, do Alabama ever? I see LSU's done it a couple of times where they had like some type of we had the gold jerseys with the blue the purple numbers, and I like those. I gotta get me one of them. Last year we did the white with the purple helmets and stuff like that. Has Alabama ever thought about just doing something breaking tradition for like a game? So just doing something, something fun for the kids, but I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Let's see. You better get some Bama gear when we go to North Carolina. I'm not doing that. I can promise y'all I will not wear nothing Alabama. If it's Alabama in the national championship game and LSU isn't there and I go out there, I will not wear no Alabama gear. I can promise you that, yo. I'll probably wear a nice casual shirt. I may even wear one of my YouTube shirts, man. I got a bunch of YouTube shirts. I may wear one of them. You know, now if Bama in there, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't root for them. For some SEC, flavor or whatever. Maybe not. But nah, I will not wear no Alabama gear if Alabama in the championship and I'm in New Orleans. Like I can promise you that. So you're wearing crimson for the Natty? No, I will not wear any Alabama gear or any Alabama colors. I won't wear the other team gear or colors neither. I'll be neutral. I gotta go there as a spectator, just sitting in the middle, just enjoying a good football game. I cannot wear no Alabama gear. Hell no, you gotta wear Clemson is only right. Nope, nope, nope. Cause I tell you what, if LSU beats Bama, say LSU is in the championship game, will any of y'all wear LSU gear? That would be nice. I think on some of y'all it might actually look pretty good, yo. But I cannot wear no crimson gear, especially in New Orleans. Like y'all asking me to like never be allowed to New Orleans ever again. Bad enough, my people in New Orleans give me a hard time for being an Eagles fan instead of a Saints fan. So for me to wear some Bama gear, nah, like I can't do it. Clemson and Oklahoma scheduled a home and home to face each other in 2035 and 2036. That's what's up, man. That's a long time from now, but I like these new home and homes that's coming up, man. I'm noticing a lot of teams are doing, yo. Like I know LSU has a home and home with Clemson down the road. We currently in a home and home with Texas right now. Um, LSU has, I think we got a home and home with UCLA coming up at some point in the future. Not exactly sure of when. But I love these scheduling of these home and homes, man. I think it's important with the new playoff format, playing a really good team non-conference. It boosts your chances for the to get into the playoffs. Especially by then, man. Who knows? Like they may eventually have more teams, So yeah, I like these new home and homes, yo. Roku3, what's up, yo? Appreciate you tuning into the live feed. Like always, man. Greatly appreciated. Never ever. You see? See what I'm saying? I know y'all wouldn't wear no LSU gear, so I ain't about to wear no Bama gear. I can't do it. Oh no. I cannot do it. 2035 at Clemson Memorial Stadium, 2036 at Oklahoma Warrior Stadium. That's what's up, yo. Now, the one thing I am curious about when it comes to these home and home, what's the deciding factor on who gets the first home game? Like, whenever we schedule, like with us, I wonder what went into the agreement of, okay, we're going to do this home and home where LSU visits, Texas, and Texas visits Death Valley, which I gotta be out there, man. Like, Lord willing, if not to the game, I gotta be in Baton Rouge when the Longhorns come to LSU. Yo, that's gonna be something crazy. But I wonder what goes into it. Like, if they actually debate on it, if it's an argument, or if it's just a flip of a coin, or if it's just whoever decides, hey, I want the first home game. All right. I wonder what goes into that though, because I wonder what went into us going over there at Texas first before them coming to Death Valley, which is cool. But I'm just curious on what goes into that though. Let's see. LSU gear will clash my head down. You see what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gonna wear no LSU gear. So nah, you can't never. I can't never do that, yo. In 2026, LSU has to play Alabama, Clemson, Georgia, and one. Woo! Man, good research, boys, from D. Yo, I didn't even know that. Man, that's a brutal schedule, man. Nah, I mean it's a few years from now. So hopefully Nick Saban retired by then, man. Y'all need to tell Nick to go on, enjoy his life. He got enough championships. Go enjoy his time with his wife, his kids. Go play some golf. Go on a yacht, relax himself, and just relax, man. So hopefully by then Nick Saban had done gave up on coaching, so we could take this SEC West back, yo, consistently, But man, but like the way if things are then like they are now, that is an absolute brutal schedule for LSU. My goodness, man. I think we need 8 teams. yeah, 18s would definitely help. Um, with me, like I always felt like just my what I thought of it. I think we do need more than four. I do think we need more than four. If I was doing it, I think the next step would be 16. Whereas like say the number one and number two teams for being one and two, you get like a bye week. Um, and you got three playing six, four playing five, where you could use each of the bowl sites. Like for example, number one would pick wherever they want to play. Number where they would play at either the New Orleans, what Atlanta, what Dallas, what else is it? Miami and Pasadena. Well the first two teams get a bye, three play six, four play five, and then we'll go from there. I think that would be pretty cool. But eight would be awesome also, yo. I do think eventually we do need to get more than four teams, man. Are you a Pelican fan? No, I'm actually a Miami Heat fan, but I do like the Pelicans, yo. I never had a problem with the Pelicans. They're actually gonna be very exciting to watch this year, man. They have 30 30 national televised games, yo. I may actually even go to a Pelicans game, man. I see my Heat come to New Orleans on March the 6th, so I might try to attend that game, yo. But the NBA schedule came out this week also, yo. The Pelicans, I tell you what, the Pelicans are like got a good thing going, man. With Zion and a bunch of those other young guys they got with the draft picks coming up, and Alvin Gentry, the coach in that team. New Orleans is definitely in position to really make some noise, yo. I want to see how they do this season, man. They one of the most intriguing teams to watch this season, especially the fact that Kawhi Leonard did not go to the Lakers. It kept the NBA wide open. So yeah, man. I think New Orleans gonna have a really, really good team this year, especially in the future when these young guys start getting a little more experience. We will get them in 2026 too. That's what's up, yo. Come on, Dugas. Let's see. Come on, Dugas. You go to New Orleans for the Nally. You gotta wear some Bama gear. I will not do that. I promise you, one thing I will not do is wear Alabama gear, in New Orleans for that game. I will not. If Bama even there, hopefully LSU there. But if Bama there and LSU not there and Bama there, I'll go. You know what I'm saying? I'll go. I'll go. Holler at a bunch of fans, talk and this and that, chit chat, and have a good time. But I will not wear no Alabama gear, yo. Never. Like I would never do that, yo. Do you think we'll ever get another defensive NFL season MVP? There's only there's only one player that's accomplished it. That's a great question. I mean, you can't never say never, but I'm gonna say it's a great chance that we won't because the league is so based off of offensive numbers. Not just in the NFL, but in college also. Like I thought I thought the year that RG3 won the Heisman, Tyrann Mathieu the Honey Badger was far the best player in college football that season. But just like last year, Aaron Donald, if you watch the NFL Players Top 100, all the players voted Aaron Donald the number one player in the NFL. But, they gave it to, not to say Mahomes didn't have a great season, but they gave it to an offensive player. So, that's a great question, man. I can't never say never, but I think it's highly unlikely that we're gonna see an NFL player win defensive MVP unless this guy just breaks just all kinds of sack records, interception records, whatever. Like he got to just break all kind of records, and even with that, it still might be a quarterback that throws 45 touchdowns and they may get an MVP to him. So I don't think we will, but we'll see. Clemson and Alabama should schedule a home and home series against each other soon. That would be pretty remarkable if they did. The problem with that is they always play each other in the playoffs, so they feel like they got a neutral site game every season. So that's the only thing probably gonna hold them up for scheduling that. But that would be like a really really nice home and home where Clemson actually has to come to Tuscaloosa and and Alabama actually have to go to Clemson. I love these home and home series too, man. It's cool that we get these neutral site games early on, where to get the games in Arlington, Texas, games in Atlanta and stuff like that. But I think it's even more special whenever teams actually have the guts to go play a team on their campus, yo. So I love these home and home matchups that teams are starting to do, yo. Oh, you're a Heat fan. Yeah, man. Been a Heat fan for the longest, yo. Yeah, I love the addition of Jimmy Butler, but obviously we still got some work to do. I think we'll be a playoff team this season, like probably like a sixth or a seventh seed or something like that. But I think what we rating on is the big free agent 2021 free agent class, and I do believe that we'll get one of those big time free agents to come in and join Jimmy Butler down in South Beach. Let's see. Come on, history has to repeat itself because the last three times the Natty was in New Orleans, LSU was in it. You're absolutely right. LSU was, yo. And not on in Boston Lee, not only was the last three times the national championship game was in New Orleans, LSU was in it. This a little fun for the Alabama fans. Those three times, LSU played against Alabama in Tuscaloosa and beat Alabama in Tuscaloosa all three of those seasons also. And this year, for a friendly side note, LSU plays Alabama in Tuscaloosa. So the streak got to end at some point, man. I mean, Alabama ain't gonna beat us 25, and they ain't gonna go on no Florida Kentucky streak. You know what I'm saying? Like where they just gonna beat us 30, 35, 40 times in a row. I mean, we too good of a team and too talented of a program to keep losing to this team. So at some point, the streak does gotta end, yo. Natty is going back home. We gonna see, yo. We gonna see. I mean, obviously Alabama is the favorites right now. I mean, well, Clemson actually is the favorite. Sorry, but sorry, just to poke a little fun. But I mean, we gonna see, man. I'm definitely looking forward to this season. But I love this LSU team, and I think LSU definitely has a chance really to compete this season, yo. LSU versus Bama as of right now is supposed to be a day game. It is? I didn't know that. You sure about that? I'm gonna have to go back check that out, man. I hope not. Like, I hope not. I ain't never seen that. I ain't see that one. I'm gonna have to go back check that out, man. But if that's the case, man, that's gonna be bad, man. I like it. I hope they keep it at night, man. I like that it's a night game, man. It builds the anticipation throughout the day. You know, it gets you ready. I could go do a lot of things and all kind of other stuff. So yeah, that's my first time hearing that one, man. That's a good tip right there, yo. I did not know that. That kind of got me down a little bit, man. I hope they end up changing that and putting it back to a night game, man. But yeah, man. LSU Alabama, man. That's just a game to look forward to every season. Unfortunately for us, it just hasn't went well the last 8 times. But hopefully, with that national championship game in New Orleans, that things will change this season. AB situation will never end. AB just man, he just loves attention, man. Like he's one of them people that it don't matter. You could give him everything that he wants, he's still gonna find a way to still want more, yo. It's kind of like a T.O. thing, which is so ironic that Drew Rosenhaus is his agent, the same agent that Terrell Owens had. I'm very interested to see that. I'm very interested to see that Hard Knocks episode tonight to see how just to see how everything with that AB situation is looking behind the scenes, yo. But yeah, man, it gotta be frustrating if you're a Raiders fan, especially if you John Gruden and Mike Mayock, man. Look, man, you wanted to be the highest paid receiver. We gave you all the money you wanted. We bought you in. We we just ready for you to get the work, and you not getting the work. It's just it got to be a frustrating situation. I know Pickbird is over there feeling good, like I'm glad we finally got this problem off our hands, yo. You know what I've noticed? The Voltars have never beaten Saban. I could believe that stat. I could believe that. They came really close, man, with Lane Kiffin. I think it took a Terrence Cody blocked field goal to secure that win, yo. And I think like a couple of years ago, Tennessee made it a very competitive game. I think that was in 2015 over there in Tuscaloosa. But yeah. Besides, it's funny that teams seem to play Alabama better in Tuscaloosa than at home, yo, which is kind of strange to me, man. Tennessee had the same thing with us. LSU has played Alabama better in Tuscaloosa than in Death Valley, and it looked like that's the same could be said for Tennessee. We have a new trophy hall. We have well, I mean, y'all got enough. Y'all got what? 20, I don't know how many national championships Alabama got. Now I heard Alabama some of them now. That's what I heard. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we gonna see, man. Looking forward to this, yo. Yeah, because CBS contract, man, that would be bad, man. I hope they change that, man. Now, granted, it's gonna be an exciting game either way, but I really hope they don't put that. Man, that's gonna suck if they have LSU Alabama, man. Now, granted, it may work for LSU because it may change the fortune of how it goes, but I just like that game being at night, man. Just the anticipation of the day, just everything, watching all the other teams play, knowing you the last game of the night, man. I hope they fix that somehow, man. But you may be right. They may keep it that way. I might go to the 2024 Clemson Georgia game in Atlanta. Yeah, that would be a nice one, yo. Like I mentioned before, that Clemson Georgia, that was another home and home a couple of years ago, Clemson versus Georgia. That was two really good, entertaining games, man. The one in Clemson and the one in Athens, yo. Ty Gurley just balled out both those games too, by the way. CBS will have to pay extra money to get a night game because their night game this year is supposed to be Georgia versus Notre Dame. Oh, now let me say this though, they have done it before. Cause remember when they first moved the LSU Alabama game tonight, they Florida Alabama played Florida in the swamp in 2011, and it was a night game. And then that was just that which was the last time we beat Alabama. It was the big one versus two match of LSU versus Alabama, and they fixed it to where they could have added that LSU Alabama game at night. I do think if LSU has the season that I believe we can have, and Alabama is, being Alabama, I think somehow, some way, CBS gonna fix it and try to make and pay that extra money to make that another night game, though. Because they've done it before in 2011 when they had Florida and Alabama as a night game, and then they redid it to get LSU and Alabama in prime time. What do you think about Coach O? I think Coach O is doing a magnificent job, man. Now this year is a big season for Coach O because Coach O has done great when there's been no expectations on him. Like last season, we didn't have much expectations last season, and I felt like we had a great season considering the fact that we didn't have no star running backs like that. Our best pass rusher got injured out for the season, the first game of the year. You know, we had a new quarterback in who wouldn't even who didn't come to a fall camp, didn't participate in none of the spring practices or anything. Had to learn a brand new offense. When you consider inexperienced wide receivers, when you consider all of that, I think Coach O and this team did a great job. I love the job he's doing on the recruiting trail also. Getting guys way in California and stuff like that. Getting guys in Meat, Louisiana, which we've known hasn't been able to get LSU hasn't been able to get players in that area in Lord knows when. Now we did miss out on Ishmael Schuster, but he was really the only big time recruit that we really targeted that we missed out on. So now this year we got to see how Coach O does with some expectations because this team is expected to do really, really good and compete for a college playoff spot. But I sign off for Coach O right now, man. I think he's done an amazing job so far up to this point, yo. Brian Dennis Stadium, I knew Tennessee had not beaten. Yeah, that's crazy when you think about it. Let's see. Nick said we even beat him in the SEC championship game a long, long time ago. Nobody cared about that. I think Josh Allen will win Defensive Rookie of the Year. The Jaguars were so lucky too that he fell as number 7. He's gonna be a stud. I definitely do think he has a real shot to be Defensive Player of the Year. And I'm sure Jacksonville was stunned that the Giants took Daniel Jones and let them be able to take Josh Allen, man. I do agree, man. Jacksonville is going to be really scary, man. And with them having Nick Foles offensively now and Fournette back there, they're gonna be a much better team this season than they was last season. Now they still need a little more wide receivers and a tight end over there. But yeah, I think Josh Allen definitely has a chance to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Hey, we smoked Georgia during the day, but I got a feeling CVS will pay the money. Yeah, we did smoke Georgia, and I loved every minute of that game. How Georgia came into Death Valley all cocky, all arrogant, faking field goals and all that nonsense. But yeah, if LSU, yeah, they paid the money before for LSU Alabama to move tonight. I think if LSU is having the season that everybody expects us to have, if we beat Texas, we have a real shot to go into that game undefeated. Now, granted, Florida is a tough and Auburn are very tough games, but we're at home, and so you gotta at least like us in those games. So yeah, if LSU go into that game say undefeated or with one loss, I definitely think CBS will pay the money to move that game to prime time. I mean they have to, yo. What's up, Black Spider? Appreciate you tuning into the live feed again. How come you don't follow the 76ers, the Falcons, the Dolphins, or the Phillies? I mean, I know it's crazy. I got favorite teams all over the place. Like I said, NFL, I'm Philadelphia Eagles. NBA, I'm Miami Heat. Major League Baseball, I'm Atlanta Braves, and obviously college, every football, basketball, baseball, everything, I'm LSU Tigers. It's funny because what's so funny is not only like am I an Eagles fan, but obviously by me being a Braves fan, I really can't stand the Phillies. And the 76ers, man, I mean, I don't have a problem with them. The thing with them, man, is Ben Simmons. I kind of get a little ticked off with Ben Simmons because, you got to have a jump shot in this league. Now, I've seen video that he's working on one, apparently, finally. But it just drives me how he doesn't have a jump shot. But I don't have a problem with none of those teams, man. The Dolphins, I mean, I got a one of my best friends is like the biggest Miami Dolphins fan that I know. So we kind of poke a little fun at each other with that a little bit. But the Falcons, never really had a real problem with them neither. But obviously I'm a Eagles fan, so but yeah, man, those just the teams that I've been following since day one. I know it's kind of weird because I'm all over the place. I'm basically in Philly, Atlanta, Miami, and Louisiana. But I mean that's my squad. Like that's all my teams, man. That's been my team. Since day one, they gonna continue to be my team. Who you got, Clemson or Alabama? Ooh, you put me on the spot there, yo. Oh, you put me on the spot, man. I mean, obviously they gotta meet. You know, I mean, right now, you would have to say, Clemson, because I mean, they won last year. They got their quarterback back. They got their running back back. They got all their wide receivers back. Now, Clemson did lose a lot defensively. Dexter Lawrence. Clint Farrell. Um, what's that other guy? The guy that got drafted by the Dolphins, man. I can't think of his name, man. He was number 42. I can't think of his name, man. I went brain dead, but I mean, you would have to say Clemson, I guess, right now, but we'll see. Whoever plays that game, if Alabama and Clemson does meet up again, I advise I advise both teams to try to wear white. Because every time Alabama and Clemson have played, the team that wore white won the game. Let's see. I feel bad for Cardell. Yeah, I feel bad for him also, man. Man, that's just messed up, man. He was one of the freshmen that I was most intrigued to watch play this season along that offensive line, man. Now I gotta go back. Did they say exactly how long he's out for? Is he gonna miss the season or not? I gotta go back and look that up, man. But apparently it is a serious injury, and he is expected to miss some real time. And that just stings, man, because I really want to see him this season on that offensive line, man. He's a road grader, yo. Thinking about those fake field goal and punts Georgia tried to pull, I'm starting to not like them. Yeah, like even with that game, man, like I went into the game and I respected Georgia fully. Like I'm like, they're the number two team in the country, played for a championship last year. But I mean, I respected them. But then when they did that fake field goal, they did come across as a little arrogant and as a little feeling themselves a little bit, thinking they about to just come in here and just really beat LSU down. And it did really make me upset, yo. So yeah, they gotta watch this. They all starting to become a little unlikable with all this fake field goal and all that other nonsense. Yo. But Kirby Smart has done a great job over there. I gotta give him that. Georgia versus Florida is a must watch. Yeah, it is, yo. And what's so great about that game? LSU and I think LSU and Alabama have a bye week. That week is the week right before LSU and Alabama play. So I could sit back, relax, just watch that football game, yo. Yeah, I think that's the excuse me. I think that's the SEC East championship game. So I definitely am intrigued to watch that matchup also. Gotta run, Dugas. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your evening, gentlemen in the chat. Roll Tide. Hey, appreciate you following and tuning into the channel. Also, you're one of my biggest followers and biggest supporters. I could definitely call you a friend. I greatly appreciate that, yo. Let's see. Let's see. Congrats on the big win against UGA last season. LSU played lights out. I think that was a statement game for Coach O and the Tigers. Yeah, it definitely was, yo. Because like the way just coming off of a bad loss to Florida. Well, not gonna say a bad loss because it was a competitive game, and obviously Florida ended up having a really good season. And it was on the road, but coming off against a tough loss to Florida on the road, it was pretty cool, man, to see us take them apart the way we did, yo. And it does give you a little optimism, for this season, especially with more talent on this team even than we had last season. 2 marks or possibly the season. Man, that's just so unfortunate, man. Man, that's so unfortunate, man. I really wanted to see that young man play this season too, Cardell Thomas, man. Prayers for him and hopefully for a speedy recovery. I mean, yeah, we probably might as well just redshirt him now, yo. Hey Dwayne, OT hasn't uploaded in a while. I guess you don't feed the trolls. Yeah, I guess so, yo. Let's see. Clemson is wide receiver. You look at the resume: DeAndre Hopkins, Sammy Watkins, Martavis Bryant, Mike Williams. Let's see. Mike Williams, Deion King, Hunter Renfro, etc. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Clemson definitely does have some really, really stout wide receivers that came out of that program, yo. And I like the ones they got on the team now, like this Justin Ross guy who was just dominating Alabama in that national championship game. I definitely would agree with that. That Clemson is wide receiver, yo. They got some big time wide receivers come out of there. What's up, Michael 11? Appreciate you tuning into the live feed. I know it's early, but who are your Super Bowl picks? Right now, I know it's gonna sound a little biased, but me just being honest, I like the Eagles in the NFC. In the AFC, I know the Patriots are always, up there, always tough. I know Mahomes and the Chiefs came very, very close last season, but I think I'm gonna go with it right now. Right now, if I had to say today preseason, I think I'll go with the Eagles and Colts, man. With Andrew Luck, T.Y. Hilton, and Devin Funches, Ebron and Jack Doyle at tight end, that great offensive line they got. The decent running backs with Marlon Mack and Spencer Ware over there now. Get Justin Houston to rush the pass with Leonard at linebacker, Malik Hooker back there in the secondary. I like the Colts right now out of the AFC, but obviously after a couple of weeks, that thing could change. We got less than a week. Let's go. Yes, I cannot wait, yo. And like I said, Miami, Florida this Saturday, man. First real football game this Saturday. I'm really looking forward to it. I do think Georgia is much better than Florida, but my exact prediction is that LSU beats Florida. LSU beats Florida. Then they upset UGA because of the fact that UGA always gets upset by someone. Yeah, Georgia does have a problem getting knocked off by somebody that you don't expect to knock them off, yo. Especially knowing that it's hard to win the SEC. Yeah, yo. I mean, Georgia clearly is more talented than pretty much everybody on their schedule, with the exception of Florida and maybe Auburn and nah, they're more talented than those teams. But even though they're missing all those wide receivers, but I do think that Georgia, like I said, that Georgia Florida game is just gonna be a game for the ages. That's the SEC East Championship game. I can't wait to check that game out, yo. But with that being said, y'all, I'm about to run, man. Gotta go attend to some big family business. And get ready for this Braves Marlins game tonight. Appreciate everyone tuning in again for another week of live Q&A with Mr. Dugas, yo. I appreciate everybody checking out the live feed. If you're new to the channel, give me a subscribe. I'm gonna have videos throughout the year. If you are a continuing subscriber, I just can't thank all of you enough. Appreciate you for the support and the follow. I love doing this, man. Yeah, but gotta bounce. Remember Florida and Miami this Saturday, the first real college football game, yo. Um, yeah, and also, yo, we getting closer, man. A week away. Next week, it'll be LSU and everybody else game week, yo. So I'm really looking forward to that. Will you do live after football games? I will try to do that this season, yo. I definitely will try to go live after some football games this season. If not right at the end of them. More LSU games than anybody else, but I definitely will try to do that, yo. That's something I'm gonna try to do this season. But all right, y'all. Y'all have a great day. Y'all have a blessed day. Thank you once again for all the support. I'll check y'all out next Tuesday, Lord willing, same time, same place. I will do videos throughout the week, so y'all holler at your boy. Y'all have a blessed one.